y'all, we back with another workout, back with another vlog. So today we got lower body day. Yesterday was upper body, so a little backstory. As you guys seen in my previous vlogs, we was doing Hyrox prep. We ended up doing the Hyrox, ended up doing the team relay, but I could not do the solo pro because I got injured. Also, I was not getting a lot of sleep, which is the reason why I think I got injured. So right now, I'm on the road to recovery. I've been doing a lot of biking because I cannot run. Didn't even tell you what happened. So basically, I think I'm praying it's not sciatic, but I think I might have like runner's knee. What I've been told it was, I don't know. Something in my IT band, my hamstring. I'm not sure, but it's been tweaking ever since December. So I was doing 2 to 3 to 4 months of training for the team relay, injured. You know, I couldn't go full speed. Matter of fact, the last 2 months I did not run at all. So when I went to that dang race, your boy was limping. But it is what it is. We got it done. It was a great experience. Again, I was not able to do my solo pro Division 1, but you know, I got my eyes set on whatever God has for me down the road. Right now, like I said, we're biking. I'm gonna be swimming, and hopefully I can run by July. So take you on this journey with me. Today, like I said, we have lower body lifts. There's a lot of isometric stuff, unilateral things. We also have, that's it. So yesterday I biked and did upper body. Tomorrow will be a long bike ride, and I'm gonna just show you out, you know, throughout my week, what I do throughout the week. I just changed my program up a little bit. I'll show you guys what I was doing last program, and then we'll go from there. All right, stay tuned. All right, so let me tell you about this first block. First block is Bulgarian split squats. Holding the bar under. What's wrong?
Okay, I got dizzy. I got it too fast.
First block, Bulgarian split squats. Like I said, I don't know how to name this part, but it's when the bar is under your leg and you're holding it with both hands, obviously. After that, we have single leg RDLs, mainly for balance. You can do the ones with both feet on the ground, but we have one leg on the ground. Really forcing you to keep your foot that's in the ground grounded. Stability in the knee, the ankle, the glutes, the quads, everything, your core, your back. And the last thing I think, we got sled pushes, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on the Hyrox weight for the pro division to get my body used to that weight. Right now I'm focusing on building strength while still keeping endurance. I am riding my bike a lot, which you guys will see, but we have Hyrox weight for the sled, and then we repeat, then we repeat, then we repeat. So, see y'all there. We back. As you can see, I'm drenched. OD. But I got block 1 done. We had 4 rounds. I had to cut the sled short a little bit just to save my leg a little bit, but we still got 100 yards. A 465. We actually went above the pro weight. So 100 yards of that. 4 rounds of the split squats, 4 rounds of the single leg RDLs, 2 kettlebells. Next block, I believe on the top of my head, I know it's a foot elevated. Kettlebells, having both kettlebells up here, front rack. Goblets, that's 10 reps. And then we got farmer's walks, 40 yards, heavy. But on the balls of your feet, no heels. And then last but not least, hamstring curls. ceiling hamstring curls with the resistance band. So not as intense as the first one, but well, I tell you, my glutes is on fire. But still looking good. Fasted 18 hours a day, as usual. Broke my fast with a homemade creamsicle, papaya, mango, other stuff too. I'll be showing you guys what I eat when I break my fast. Have my big meal. I only eat one time a day, so I'll show you that when I get back. But let's finish this workout. Let's get it. Alright, y'all, I'm done with the workout. Harder than I thought, but I usually plan my Tuesdays to be really hard. So, I'll give you a little overview. That was an hour and 7 minutes of work. I burned 600 calories, well, 588. I had a max heart rate of 155. Again, my Tuesdays right now are focused on building strength. That's why I'm doing Hyrox weight, just get my body used to it early on. Again, I don't know when I'm going to be able to do Hyrox. As I said before, I got injured leading up to my Hyrox prep. Well, during my Hyrox prep for our relay, and again, I was not able to do my pro. But it is what it is. You know, everything happens for a reason. Dang. Right now, as you can see, I'm in the green room. I don't know if that's really going to be what it's going to be called, but you know, give you a little background about who I am. My name is Kyrie. I'm the owner of Dymnl. I own Dymnl. I own Dymnl HQ, which is basically a clothing brand of Dymnl. And then obviously I have my own personal page. I am Cairo. But you know, right now, back in January, the gym that I was training at got shut down, got locked out. And I'm not gonna go into the like full-blown details because I'll say that for another day, but basically we got locked out of a gym. We was paying the guy the rent, and the guy who was we was paying rent to did not pay the landlord. So we woke up one morning, the gym was completely locked down, and we had to pivot and figure out what to do. So I was able to have a temporary spot for 30 days. You know, God bless. You know, thanks, shout out to PR Star. They was able to allow us to occupy their space. You know, amazing gym, amazing crew, amazing people. But you know, I had ultimately 30 days later the choice to either stay there or come take the gym over that I was working in. So ultimately I came back, took over the gym with a leap of faith. It's very expensive, but you know, God is greater than any expense that there is. So I just put my faith all in the Lord, and that's currently what I'm going through. So I was going through injury, and I was going through, you know, the crisis with the gym, as you can say. So, you know, I guess a lot of stress had to do with me injuring my leg, along with not getting any sleep. But you know, we're back in the gym. We've been in the gym since February. I've changed it around a little bit to, you know, coordinate with my company's logo, which is electric green, but we also have shades of green, all that type of stuff. So I'm gonna give you a little detailed look. I'll show you more of what I did, but you know, the trimming is electric green. We got some forest green, black. This room is actually gonna be a multi-purpose room, which will have a content room, which will be over on this side, podcast, and on this side where you saw the mirrors will be a barbershop, which my brother will be working in. So a lot of things I have in store. I also have a store because I have my own clothing. So we got the mannequin, boom. You know, we in the HQ, so Dymnl HQ with the Dymnl logo. We got the pants. We also got same thing here. I don't have the hoodie right here, but I took it to the crib, the black. All right, you got the gray, and obviously the HQ, boom, boom. All right, so we got a lot of things in store here, man. So we painted the whole room, me and my team. Like I said, very much in the beginning process of this. Like, you guys are watching me take on a full gym without the visual piece of a whole bunch of money, man. I started this from zero. as everything. I started all my business from the ground zero, $0. I invested everything that I got from graduation to building my first company, and that's what it's been since the beginning. So I'm very much learning as an entrepreneur still. It's been 6 years, but you know, I look forward to what God has in store. Like I said, this has been easily the hardest year of my life, physically, mentally, and spiritually. But you know, I know God is all doing it for a reason. He's doing it to allow me to become the greatest version of myself. And you know, if anybody's out there that's going through something, I know a lot of us are. Just understand that in order for there to be any growth, there has to be a storm with watering in the plants. So you have to have watered plants to grow. So when you're in a storm, just think of it as like you're being watered right now for a season of just the seeds that are planted into the roots or into the ground is being watered for you to grow. So it's easier said than done, but you know, walk by faith, not by sight. You know, it may look crazy on the outside, but God is ultimately doing something for you, and it's already done something for you. You just have to continue to walk in that path and just go walk in it, basically. So I guess got done with the workout. Like I said, I fast every day. I did 18 hours today. I'm plant-based, but I do eat meat once a week now. And the meat that I eat is just sardines. So I eat sardines once a week on Sundays, and everything else is just strictly plants and fruits. And it's one time a day. So I'm gonna take you to what I'm gonna eat when I go home. And yeah, again, you guys are with me on this journey for me being consistent with YouTube. I've been wanting to do YouTube for like, shoot, I mean, I started my first YouTube video like when I was like 11. So I've been had an aspiration to do YouTube for a long time. So I'm tired of, I'm done with myself. I'm done, you know, holding myself back. You know, we are our own biggest obstacles. So right when you're ready to give it all you got, just go. Who cares who's watching? Who cares who is liking it? Who cares who is anything, right? Just do it for you, do it for God, and just continue to put out content and document your life. You know, at the end of the day, at least you have your life documented. It'd be cool to look back at that, right? So I'm done rambling. Let's get to it. I appreciate y'all. Let's get it. What's good, y'all? It is currently 48 hours later. I wasn't able to show you guys, well, not that I wasn't able to, didn't get to showing you guys my dinner that night when I had that workout, but I have the same thing every single night, so I'll show you guys today what I'm eating. But I thought it was a perfect time to come on here and just reflect on, you know, just life in general, man. Like, it's so hard, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and lie like it's not. I'm sure we all are going through something. We all been through something before. And it seems like it's an ever constant like cycle of just trial after trial, tribulation after tribulation, obstacle after obstacle. But also, you can't forget the part where you overcome, right? And it's like, sometimes we get into these new challenges in life where it feels like, oh my God, like things are crumbling, but it's like, you felt like this before. 9 times out of 10, you feel like this before. It's like, you bounced back last time. And the time before that, and the time before that, and it's like, it's gonna happen this time too. We're gonna bounce back this time. We're gonna overcome this one too. You know, I'm just thinking about back in December when I set the goal, you know, to become this high-level athlete. I mean, I've been a high-level athlete my whole entire life, but you know, there's always these goals to become the best athlete as I'm, you know, maturing. But also on the flip side, having to take care of family, having to take care of responsibilities, you know, owning a gym now, having a company for the past 6 years. It's like, where's the balance? You know what I mean? It's like, sometimes I find myself getting frustrated because, like, yes, I want to create the best business in the world, or best business for myself and what I can do, what God wants me to do with it, but I also want to be a high-level athlete. I want to compete, you know, marathons, Hyrox, triathlons, Ironmans, whatever you name it, like all these goals. But it's like, I keep getting these setbacks physically and mentally. And one thing I had to understand was my priorities. You know what I mean? You know, there's different phases and seasons in our life that priorities are, you know, setting those priorities is really going to set you up for the best success. And right now, again, back in December, I was training for Hyrox, and it was going good for two months, but I also was in a very deep part of my business and growth and things happening and, you know, unexpected, you know, crisis happening and all type of stuff where I had to stay up late, I had to work a lot, on top of, you know, training hard for Hyrox, and, you know, it wasn't conducive to what the recovery I needed to be a high level athlete. So obviously I ended up getting injured. Ended up not being able to do my Hyrox solo pro. Division. I was supposed to do it in Miami. Wasn't able to do it. You know, I was able to do the team relay with my boys, but even with that one, I hadn't trained. I didn't run. The relay was in, what was it, April maybe? Or May? I mean March, I'm sorry. It was the end of March. I hadn't ran for 2 months before that because of my leg. And I just went into that race basically 80%. You know, I hadn't ran in a long time. I just did what I had to do, did what I could do. But just, I hate the feeling of knowing your capability and knowing your potential and not being able to live up to it. You know what I mean? It's like, you know you can be able to do this, you know you can be able to do that. But for some reason, whether it's physically or mentally, you just can't produce. You know what I mean? Whatever setback and whatever, you know, position that we put ourselves in, we can't produce at that time. But what I've realized is setting my priorities straight. You know, I wasn't getting sleep. I wasn't healing correctly. You know, I was stressed out. A lot of factors that play into it. And it's like, you gotta understand, man, you're a businessman. I didn't understand that I was a businessman. I didn't understand that I was a CEO. Like, I would say it, like I knew I had a business, but like I wouldn't act like it. I was like, oh, this is just my daily life. This is what I do. I don't look at it as like, oh, I'm a, you know, business owner. I just look at it as like, this is what I do. I enjoy it, which is a good thing, but, you know, but it made me think that, oh, I can be a high level, I can put everything I can put everything into and being an athlete right now too, which is not the case. I can't put everything into an athlete, put everything into my business. Like, especially at times where the business actually needs me in the building phases of the business. It's just opening up a gym, like, you know, taking on a gym at that. You know, it's just, some things just require more attention than others at certain seasons in your life. And when you understand that, I think it will help everyone. It helps me tremendously, just understanding that there's different seasons and there's different time periods where a certain part of your life needs more attention. And right now my business needs more attention. Now I'm not gonna not train. Obviously you guys still see me training, but right now I can't run. So I'm a biker, And that's gonna be in the time frames that I can. I have to work first and then I can bike. It's a treat to be able to work out. You know what I mean? Like, it's so easy for me to go work out, but it's so hard for me to go do the, you know, the dirty work for my business, because it's like, it's boring. It's like I don't feel like doing it. But that's ultimately going to help the business grow, and it's ultimately going to be able to keep my family sustained. So, you know, it's just funny how life works, and as you grow and mature, you understand, you know, your priorities, you understand what is important and what is not important, you know. Even up to the point is understanding that you're not an athlete first no more. You know, coming from playing football my whole life, even when it came to student athlete, I didn't care about school. I was an athlete and then school came afterwards. But now I'm understanding that that type of mindset is trickled into my business, where it's like, oh, I'm an athlete, but then my business comes second. It's not the key. It's not the case at all. So it's a learning process, man. I think people need to really enjoy and embrace it, because life is just ever so, like, you're just constantly evolving and constantly learning about yourself, constantly relearning, constantly, you know, just reinventing yourself and understanding what you might have thought was good for you in the past is not good for you now. You know what I mean? So just continue to just be open to change, be open to these obstacles coming your way, and don't look at it as something that's that's gonna kill you. You know what I mean? Look at it as something that's gonna make you grow. Growth often happens in the times of complete discomfort because it's gonna force you to be something greater than you were before. The next step in your life is not going to be the same person you was last time. It's going to require something bigger and brighter of you. So just look at it like that. You know, God has already worked it out. You know, God has already worked it out. Your plan and your path has already been laid out. He's already done the work. You just have to walk in it. Walk in that work, walk in that path, and really truly believe that everything that God has for you is already yours. There has to be growth, and you have to understand there's like different levels. You keep ascending up and up. It's ascension. It's rising. We're rising every single day. Become a better person, a better individual, a better father, a better brother, a brother son, a better whatever, significant other. It's constant rising. Don't let these distractions of this world make you think otherwise. You know what I mean? Because they are just distractions. They're illusions to keep you distracted from being the best version of yourself under God. So, you know, that's my reflections this morning. Today I have a very intense bike ride. It's about 45 minutes to an hour, but it's straight hills. Hill work, and then I have recovery session after that, functional training. And then, but that's all after I have business meetings. I mean, on the business meeting, 2 of them, and then got to get those done. You know, I'm making myself get it done, just like I'm making myself record this video. Everything in me was like, oh, you can record tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. That's the reason why I didn't record yesterday. So I'm making excuses for yourself. Continue to be the best version of yourself, the greatest you of all time, and keep ascending. Let's have a great day. Let's get it.
I've got a super beach in each of my bottles as well.
Alright, y'all, so I'm about to start my bike ride for the day. I was supposed to be outside, but my meetings ran a little bit overboard, so we're going to do the Zwift. Right now I'm setting up the workout. It's going to be, this one is called an uphill battle, so it's as hard as we're going to see. I already know I'm going to be sweating like crazy, but I'm going to knock this out and go do the functional training afterwards. See you then. Alright, so we're done. That was good work. I was only in the mirror on the mat in my sweat. I see myself. But that's up in the cool down now. I'm gonna have a smoothie and then function work.
God, I've been walking in peace, gave me the key, I know that it's critical. Now that I'm here, I see everything that I need, found in the principle. Ain't walking in fear, I'm still going back to the past. It really been minimal, I'm finna follow the king, I got a key. Know that I follow the principle, and I'm good, and I'm lit. I got God so I don't need a trip, get to him everything that I'm in. Off in the hill and I know I won't miss. Brought me up from the gutter, now I'm good and that's word of my mother. Not afraid, I know I'm a runner, you gonna see. God, I've been walking in peace, gave me the key, I know that it's critical. Now that I'm here, I see everything that I need, found in the principle. Ain't walking in fear, I'm still going back to the past. It really been minimal, I'm finna follow the king, I got a key, know that I follow the principle. Seeking your word, had to love it. More than I learn about you than I learn about me.
Run that back turbo. Speed it up.